Most first-time buyers only think about the down payment, but there are 4 other pots of money you need before you even make an offer. Let me break down the full number. In fact, the average first-time buyer needs around $30,000 to cover all the costs. This video is for first-time home buyers who want to understand the full picture of how much to save before buying a house. You will learn how to calculate your down payment, closing costs, and other expenses, as well as why having an emergency fund is essential for homeowners. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of the 5 key areas to save for when buying a house. H2. How much down payment do I need? When considering how much to save before buying a house, the down payment is usually the first thing that comes to mind. In the US, the typical down payment is 20% of the purchase price, but some mortgage options, like the 3% down mortgage, can require as little as 3% down. For a $300,000 home, that would be $9,000. However, putting down less than 20% will usually require you to pay private mortgage insurance, PMI, which can add hundreds to your monthly mortgage payment. H2. What are closing costs and how much are they? In addition to your down payment, you'll also need to save for closing costs, which can range from 2 to 5% of the purchase price. On a $300,000 home, that would be $6,000 to $15,000. Closing costs include things like title insurance, appraisal fees, and attorney fees. It's essential to factor these costs into your overall home buying budget. H2. Why do I need an emergency fund? Having an emergency fund in place is crucial for homeowners, as it will help you cover unexpected expenses like roof repairs or plumbing issues. Aim to save 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in an easily accessible savings account. This will not only reduce stress but also prevent you from going into debt when unexpected expenses arise. H2. What other expenses should I consider? In addition to your down payment, closing costs, and emergency fund, you'll also need to consider other expenses like home inspections, credit report fees, and mortgage application fees. These can add up quickly, so it's essential to factor them into your overall budget. A good rule of thumb is to budget an extra 1 to 2% of the purchase price for these miscellaneous expenses. H2. How do I create a home buying budget? To create a home buying budget, start by calculating your total savings needed, including your down payment, closing costs, emergency fund, and other expenses. Then, consider your income, debts, and other financial obligations to determine how much you can afford to spend on a home each month. Don't forget to factor in ongoing expenses like property taxes, insurance, and maintenance costs. H2. What's the final number? So, how much to save before buying a house? The answer will vary depending on your individual circumstances, but as a general rule, aim to save at least 25 to 30% of the purchase price, including your down payment, closing costs, and other expenses. For a $300,000 home, that would be $75,000 to $90,000. Remember to also consider your ongoing expenses and emergency fund when determining how much house you can afford. Now that you know how much to save before buying a house, it's time to start creating your own home buying budget. Click the link in our description to download our free home buyer checklist and get started on your path to homeownership. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more first-time home buyer tips and advice.